the Blue Ball Brothers.
Clean up your act with the power of Oxybrain.
Is this corrupted?
All that and more.
Where are we gonna sleep at? There's fucking dirt and litter and cans all over the mattress.
We'll give Neil some heroin. He'll clean it up.
Oh, okay, cool.
Super Media Bros.
I said, pick it up, Breen. Pick it up, throw it away. Throw that. Nope, you missed a can. Throw it away. Now move your ratty ass t-shirt.
How are you guys doing? He's fighting Neil right now, so I'll just welcome everybody to the Super Media Brothers podcast.
Can you please clean your fucking face?
That angry ass motherfucker is Midnight Agent Raw, and I'm Okame.
Oh,
And
I'm sorry. That
fuck face is Neil Breen.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad now. I just realized that's the scarring on his face from so much heroin and drugs, and he's got track marks and oof.
Is that really what that is? I'm not too convinced.
I will assume that it is.
I'm just like LA Noir doubt.
We're back with Cult Cinema Showdown again, god damn it. On the second round of our Neil-imination Tournament, oh boy, what a ride this fucking shit was. Pass Thru versus Twisted Pair. Fucking Christ, dude.
I just have to admit, before we even get into this, both of these films were drastically, and I'm air quoting this very heavily, better, but for the fucking wrong reasons.
There's no right reason with Neil Breen. There's
No.
never a fucking right reason with Neil Breen.
We have laughed so hard in these two films more than we have in the other ones combined. I'll admit that.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go ahead and get started with Pass Thru.
Let's just pass through it.
We're just gonna pass. I mean, we kind of will pass through this movie. There's really nothing to it, dude.
There's no context to this film because if you really want to analyze this film, it's a bunch of inspirational quote moments with Neil talking and this drug smuggling issue going on somewhere. There's just so much unanswered questions here. And we're still trying to figure out where the fuck this is. What the fuck does that mean? Why is this that? You know, that's how this movie is.
Neil Breen made I Am Here Now, and he was like, I'm gonna go make Fateful Findings. And then he was like, I really enjoyed making I Am Here Now for whatever the fuck reason he enjoyed making that movie. It was like, I want to do it better. So he did Pass Thru. And I'll say it right now, we haven't even gone through these films yet, but Pass Thru was infinitely fucking better than I Am Here Now.
And he definitely likes certain parts of the desert that he was filming at. Because it's the same fucking rock formation that was on Double Down when he was, hacking into the system and eating his fucking tuna. Pass Thru is basically Neil Breen is this artificial intelligence or some kind of like being on a different plane. And he's disappointed with humanity, which, again, not surprising.
Have we seen this movie before?
I feel like we have. We're just passing through.
Okay.
While all this is going on, there's some kind of drug smuggling operation somewhere.
Not in Miami.
Unfortunately. I don't even know where to begin with this movie because, like I said, you're just thrown into Neil picking up trash and people smuggling people.
Yeah, and it's very apparent that by the time this movie came out, the fucker bought a drone because there's so many drone shots in this. Just so dumb, dude. Because I think it's the only movie that he's done so far that has had use of this fucking thing.
Yeah, you get a lot of moments where it's really slow passing, this wee, and this like takes off. Like, the drawback on the drone makes no sense to the mood that it's setting with the movie. So, you're following this group, like this caravan of immigrants.
Air quote, immigrants.
Yeah. And we don't know why they're walking through the desert. And we're split to, I guess it's some kind of like leader or whoever's running the organization. They're herding these people into the border or something. And we get introduced to Neil, who he calls himself, what do they call it?
This lady's like, well, what's your name? He looks down at this fucking Dannon yogurt cup and Light and Fit, and he's like, Till. Yeah,
Till.
He's like, my name is Till. And she's, okay.
What kind of a name is that? It's foreign. But
so dumb.
But no, basically Till, we'll just call him that, because I don't want to keep calling him Neil, because...
Till Breen.
Yeah. He is involved somehow with the cartel or whatever the fuck these people are that are running this operation. And he's like being pushed around saying, pick up this trash before Border Patrol knows we're here. And he's just like picking up all this garbage on the ground.
It looks like all the garbage that he threw out at Double Down, and he's so attached to it. He's like, my garbage. It's kind of like what's his name in UHF? Michael Richards' character, my mop.
No, he's like, my props, my props.
Stanley Spadowski.
Yeah.
My mop, my props. These were expensive.
Yeah.
They came out of pocket. This actually just came out of my refrigerator, but still, it's my trash.
It's out of pocket.
It's Neil Breen on the ground trying to scoop up the remnants of this movie. That's pretty much what it is.
The trash that it
yes.
is. Yeah. But then we get introduced to Neil's character shooting up heroin.
Very poorly.
Which, if you want to have a good recreation of that, it's just him with a syringe squirting water on his arm and having an orgasm in the middle of the fucking desert.
Oh, it's pretty damn funny.
And he supposedly, his vessel dies.
Along with his vessels in his arm.
Yeah. And he comes up and he walks to this other vessel, which is his like shitty ass trailer with a fucking like old school truck pulling it.
It is the most low grade thing you could probably live in. Like, it's pretty bad. Like, it was a tetanus shot waiting to happen.
Hey guys, Neil here. This is my home when I'm not recording movies.
MTV Cribs, dude.
Yeah. But no, he's probably like filming all that. And he's like, wait a minute, this actually looks like a good shot. I'm going to use this in this movie.
Hi, welcome to my on location trailer. This is where I live. This is where I sleep when we're not filming.
Yeah.
Like, ew.
And this is where I eat when I am filming.
And this is why he has terrible ideas. Yeah. The tetanus and the bad food. So they're out with all these fucking people getting like smuggled across, and he gets out of this vessel, like his soul fucking leaves or whatever.
So do ours.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we were struggling so hard to keep him.
Dude, and there's this other fucking subplot where these kids are fucking like in contact with this professor who looks like he's on his deathbed. I have no fucking idea what these people are supposed to be contributing to this film, other than maybe they're trying to follow or find God or find this omnipotent being or whatever the fuck
this
he's
entity,
supposed to be.
yeah,
whatever he's supposed to be. There's like, I guess it has to do with that red dot that keeps popping up.
Yeah, that like super badly imposed red dot just randomly showing up on the screen.
Let's talk about the fucking kids in this movie, dude.
The way that they film each kid, it was the same fucking room. They made it seem like they were in two different houses, but in reality, they were literally right next to each other. There was one scene where the boy comes across something. We don't know what the fuck he came across. And he calls one of the girls, and it's like they could literally walk up to each other and sit on the bed. It's like, hey, come check this out. Okay. And just sit next to each other.
Hey, hang on. I'm going to call Cody real fast.
Okay.
Oh, hey, what's up, dude? I'm just sitting right here.
Did you hear that music?
No, I haven't yet. Is it good?
Oh, it's really awesome. You should check it out.
I'll definitely check it out. Have you written any new songs lately?
I have, actually. I've been thinking about doing that.
Oh, cool. Post it to your Reverb Nation account and I'll come check it out.
Actually, no, it's on my Napster.
Oh, Napster? Oh, going old school. I'll definitely go check that shit out.
Yeah, because I heard Napster was really secure and fun and easy to use.
So is LimeWire. Have you ever heard of LimeWire?
No, I haven't. Tell me more.
Oh, LimeWire is even better than Napster. It's easier to get to files and you can download more versions of things.
Hell yeah. Oh, wait, what's this thing right here? Pirate Bay.
Ooh.
That's even edgier.
Yeah, click. This conversation could have probably been better in this fucking movie than the conversation that was actually in the movie.
But what we also discovered, there was this call that the boy made to the professor who literally, he's like on his dying, he's like, it's on his deathbed, basically. And he calls me, he's like, sorry I've been bugging you so much, and you've been really patient with me, but I think we found something. Kind of, it's just this weird conversation. He's looking at his like fucking transformer at the same time, just creepily looking.
I can't find the dick on it.
Yeah. How do I use this?
It's not anatomically correct.
I can't find it.
Damn it.
But we get to this scene where the immigrants are up against this gate, like this barbed wire gate. and they're like shaking it to get through. And I feel like that Neil told them to just hold up the gate and make it look like they're shaking it and then let go. Because the gate just falls straight down.
All right, now hold it.
Shake it a little bit.
A little more.
Now let go.
Thanks.
Perfect.
Yeah. Exceptional. Now, we need to make this blowtorch scene happen in one take. We cannot mess it up. No, we're not going to light the blowtorch. We're just going to add it in post-production.
That gas costs money.
I fucking died laughing because that's where they're supposed to be cutting the fence or whatever. He lights it, but it doesn't light, and then you just see... And it's just this really shitty, like, clip art looking flame just boop. It's so bad.
But now we get to where the cartel or the bad people, let's just call them bad people, because I don't know what the fuck they are.
Yeah.
They herd the immigrants in, and they're literally just checking each one out. And then the leader holds this one girl at knife point, and she has this, like, belly, basically. She asks this girl, how many months along are you? She goes, 7. Uh-huh. She stabs the girl in the fucking stomach, rips her shirt up, and she has like fucking drugs just flop out of her chest.
Just like bricks of heroin just flopping out.
And another dude just does the same thing to this other guy and like flips his shirt and he's like, and you see like fucking heroin falling out.
Yeah, he fucking just hits him right with the butt of the gun, dude.
And then we get this like nice panorama of an assault rifle and like 8 to 10 bags of heroin.
Of course, we can't have a Neil Breen film without the and I'm calling it stereotypical because it absolutely is by now. The stereotypical Neil Breen plot of, all right, let's go ahead and divide these fucking drugs up. This is for the politicians. This is for the stockbrokers.
This is for the bankers.
The pimps.
For the international bankers. Wait. Isn't that all in the same category?
That is not true. This is for the CEO. The lawyers. The resistance. And your mom. No bullshit. This is serious.
And there's no shot of these guys' head. It's literally from the neck down, and they're just like handing cocaine and heroin to each other. Like, yep, that's for him, and that's for them.
Let's talk about the people that get captured after this, because they decide to round these people up into some kind of containment trailer and hauled off. And then those two fucking people, Amanda and Kim.
Yeah. I have 2 problems with this part. Okay.
Only 2?
Well, two main issues, and there's a bunch of minor issues, but there are 2 main issues we're going to discuss here.
Go for it.
One, when they're herding people into the truck, Amanda and Kim eventually come to terms with themselves. We have to get out of here. We have to run because we don't want to get killed from this shit. So they take off, right? Only in the next scene when other people are getting herded into the trailer, they're in the trailer.
Yeah, they're in the shot getting put in the fucking trailer, and it is the funniest goddamn shit.
I don't know how Neil expects people to not catch this shit, but we caught it.
You mean like later on?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just like, no, I'm not editing that out. That is good material.
I'm not paying anybody else to be in this movie.
No.
You will double.
Double down.
Exactly. But what makes me fucking giggle about this is they're gone, right? And they're sitting down, and I don't remember who it was. I don't really give a fuck. It was one of them. They were looking at the other one. We have to keep going. Your mom was my sister. You're my niece. Exposition much out loud? It doesn't matter.
Like, Amanda was just extreme about everything she said. I don't know if that's how Neil wanted her to act, or if she just took it too far herself as the actress. But yeah, she was like way over the top, and Kim was she was more believable. But the other second main problem was this so-called truck and trailer they were hauling people in. They made it seem like there were 2 different trucks, but it was actually the same fucking truck because it had the same the same stuff in the back of the trailer that was in the first trailer, and the same broken windshield on the truck that was on the first truck.
So stupid.
So laziness at its best, people.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. Here's the best part. Cody was like, I was actually interested in this movie until Neil started fucking talking, because I want to say for like I don't know, maybe, 10, 15 minutes
At
at the
least.
beginning. Yeah, before he says shit, he doesn't really have dialogue. And then, out of nowhere, I'm an AI from the future, here to cleanse the human species from harmful humans. Like I said, we've seen this one before. And then between this, you get a lot of Neil Breen wandering around in the desert, and he fucking keeps seeing this goddamn tiger. This fucking tiger is superimposed on this cliff. Like, at first, it looks a little believable because it's a faraway shot. And then it would have a shot of Neil Breen's face right in front of the camera, right next to the tiger. But the fucking tiger footage was from the Arctic, or it was cold wherever it was, because there was fucking snow in the background.
But apparently this footage was acceptable.
They're acceptable!
Neil has this thing where he walks off and he finds this certain rock formation and he touches it and he disappears. And he goes to somewhere else, which is further explained.
Yeah.
But he does this all the time.
To the point where the girls follow him and fucking stay with him at his little trucking trailer, which cracks me up because Amanda is being loud as fuck again, and she's just like, no, we can't stay here with you. God damn it, we can't stay here. It's so dirty. And he's just like outside of the trailer, and she looks in, and there's just gross shit all over this eaten up mattress. And the best edit is him in one shot, her saying that. She's like, I can't stay here. And he's standing next to her. And then the next shot is literally him on all fours on his hands, and he's on the bed in the trailer looking out. Don't worry, I'll clean it for you. And he just starts littering again. She gets hit with toilet paper at one point, and the first thought that came to my mind was it stuck to her when it hit her. There was probably a clob of shit on this toilet paper that just went on her arm, and she's just...
Is it really shit, though, compared... he's not a human being.
If Slimer from Ghostbusters can eat and take a shit and slime people, Neil Breen can fucking do the same.
But yeah, they have this big overreaction about him just cleaning his trailer out. And then all of a sudden it's like they're immediately inside the trailer.
There's more exposition like that's given about what's going on. Apparently, like, these immigrants are all fed up with their countries. They're all obviously like American cast actors and shit. Okay, what country are you trying to get into, or what country are you coming from? There's no real explanation. They're all doing the same thing. They're just like, my government's corrupt.
I hate my country.
My country has had people murdered. They killed my wife. They killed my father. They killed everybody.
It's the typical spiel from Neil. But yeah, they're all herded into this apartment complex, like this shitty-ass little rundown apartment complex, and being held hostage by Homegirl and the baddies.
Homegirl and the baddies.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So she's all like gung-ho about keeping them there and saying like, you don't even sneeze without letting me know. Like, she's just real bitchy about it and loud as fuck about it.
Y'all can suck my ass. Here's a straw.
Yeah. But yeah, we, like I said, there's really nothing interesting going on story-wise to keep any interest in this movie. So we're just going to really talk about just the stupid shit.
So Breen has like speeches between this, like his little fucking, I don't know, his little sermon, evangelist, kind of whatever the fuck he's doing.
I reminded myself of this. It's basically, if you ever watch those little videos of those like very beautiful like landscape shots or the sunrise or the sunset shots, and you hear like this beautiful music in the background, and you have this voiceover talking about like these inspirational quotes will guide you in the way that you need to go. That's pretty much what this was.
Right.
You can literally make a inspirational video, but Neil Breen version, by taking, I think it's like 5 or 6 of these different ones in the whole fucking movie and compile them together to make that.
Yeah, because they're at least like 30 seconds a piece, like 30 seconds to a minute a piece. So you could absolutely fucking do that. And it would be hilarious as shit. And here's the other part that we were cracking up at. So Amanda and Kim have been following him around, and the whole time he's been trying to get them to drink water because they're in the fucking desert. He's been trying to help them, and they're both just like, or mostly Amanda's just like, no, no, no. So he walks up to her at one point, and without hesitation, she fucking hits him with a goddamn rock, like right in the fucking head.
Don't come near me. I'll kill you, you fucker. I won't hurt you.
Oh.
So
He seems so surprised.
like really surprised.
Oh. Like he had a revelation there. That's where he goes into those dream sequences where he's like talking
Like,
inspirational.
I'll let you put it in my butt later.
Whenever it goes in his butt. Yeah, that's our new punching noise instead of the punch. Oof.
Just oof. I mean, you'll hear the oof here and there, but it's mostly gonna be just bad. It's just it's so stupid, dude.
Like I rewound this scene and played "I Wanna Rock" by Twisted Sisters.
I wanna rock. I want to rock. But anyway, so that happens, and then immediately after, she's just like, "I'm sorry I hit you. Let me help you." And he's just sitting there, giving her that fucking stink eye, like, you bitch.
That Breen stink eye. Every time she tries to like touch the little wound with like a little napkin, he's like freaking out, like, no. Basically, imagine if you're like cuddling your cat and you try and get close to it and it puts its paw on your face to get away, or it like moves to get away from you. That's pretty much what Neil was doing. He's that pissed off cat. It's like, no.
But yeah. So yeah, I think after that is where the movie picks up a little more.
We get more inspirational quotes. We get one part where Neil is spinning in a circle.
Surrounded by a ton of rocks.
In a spiral.
Why would you be surrounded by the very thing that just knocked you in the face?
I know. It's like he's trying to overcome his fears. I see all my enemies around me.
I thought about the helicopter shot from the November Rain Guns N' Roses video.
That sweet November rain. And you just see Neil Breen getting rained on with
I'm
rocks.
a sweet November brain.
Sweet November pain.
Fucking shit. But yeah, dude, so like that dumb fucking shot happens, and then he finally is just like, I'm going to eliminate hundreds of millions of the humans, only humans that are harmful to other humans. Your species is shit. And then we get the fucking whole climax of the movie, slowly but surely, with like the news team. That shit was fucking dumb.
I have never heard such boring ass delivery of news in my life. Like, oh, these people suddenly disappeared without a trace overnight.
Confirmed. The one guy.
I was waiting for every time they said anything for that confirmed. So everything else after that was bullshit.
Yeah, confirmed.
Yeah, bullshit.
I'm confirming you.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Anyway, yeah, so they confirm all this shit. Then Neil shows up, and they're like, security? You don't need security. You're done. And then they just disappear into thin air.
But before that, he finally infiltrates the apartment complex of Homegirl and the baddies.
Dude, the one shot of when she goes into the bathroom, and she's like, you taking too long in the shower. And she goes in, and this is so fucked up. She's hanging by her neck, like she killed herself. But the way that Homegirl reacts is what's funny. She just walks in, and you just see, damn, I need some help in here. Like, she's really annoyed. And I was just like, oh my God. But no, Breen shows up and then basically like eliminates her, frees them. And then
no, he's like,
I love it, dude.
she's like, I'm going to take you out. He's like, no, you're done. Oh, I'm done. Yes, you're done. Backs away
Slowly backs out of the It's like the Homer Simpson meme where he disappears into the
fucking bushes. Don't.
You're done. No, you're done. Oh shit.
And then he tells everybody, you're free. Go and take over your countries and turn them around. Stop being followers and be leaders.
Take a stand against the corrupt government and politicians. And we're just sitting here like, aren't you about to kill these motherfucking same people?
Well, didn't you do that before?
Yeah.
That's what the news was all about, remember? All these corrupt politicians and leaders and bankers and lawyers and everybody that's bad news is gone.
Yeah, it's
confirmed.
Confirmed.
Yeah, he frees like a bus of people, which the bus doesn't go anywhere. He frees the apartment complex of people. They all like go back to their random fucking country, wherever the hell that is. And now we have the big spiel of Mr. Neil.
Dude, this may be the most memorable scene in this entire fucking movie. Okay, so Neil decides, you know what? I'm just going to walk up to this mansion where these two guards are. They're not even going to know who the fuck I am, but I'm just going to make them disappear just to be safe. So he rolls in to this one mansion. I stress the word one mansion because this man gives an explanation on how he is able to bend time and reality. I'm over here. I'm over here. But and he takes like this pipe and he's like, but if I bend them, and he puts the two sides together and he's like, I can be here to here in no time at all.
Yeah, because he was explaining to Amanda like how he operates. And it's like, yeah, this is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
And it was so fucking great. I really wish that song would have played right there.
We should make that happen.
Yeah, we should. But anyway, I digress. He goes into this fucking mansion, okay? And it's these politicians. They're all just like standing. And I say they're all, it's maybe like 3 or 4, if 5 people total.
Were they politicians or were they just random, like, bad people?
I don't fucking give a shit. I mean, it's essentially the same thing, but whatever. So they're fucking standing there. And Neil is just, they're all awkwardly just looking around. And Neil is, by the way, very disheveled looking through this whole fucking movie. And this is the only time in the movie where he looks like clean. Neil clean.
Neil clean.
Yeah.
But the power of Oxybreen.
Exactly. Cleans his act up.
Yeah.
Goes inside. And he's talking to these people. Or he's eavesdropping in the same room.
It's not like he's in a corner somewhere or anything like that. He's literally right next to these people.
Like with them.
As they're talking about how shitty they treat the world. And every time somebody says how shitty they do, he's like, isn't that corrupt? It gets to the point where it's so predictable. Like anytime anybody says something bad, we're like, Breen,
isn't that immoral?
None of these customers will know that we're screwing them over and all this other shit, Breen.
Isn't that betraying the public trust?
And it took them, I think, 5 different attempts to finally understand, who was that?
I've never seen that man before in my life.
And it pans to every single person that's in that shot. They're like, I don't know who that was. Who was that? I have never seen them before.
The funny part about that was, in some of the quote-unquote different groups, there were like select 1 or 2 people from one of the groups that would just magically transport into the other group.
In superimposed rooms, because it's all a fucking green screen, basically. It's
a green screen?
It's a green screen. And you see him walking out of the mansion. He's having this monologue about how like everybody's corrupt and bullshit. And we get this stupid, cheesy ass explosion in the mansion. As he, attempts to kill off all the bad, corrupt people in the world.
Yeah, I mean, there's multiple explosions in the back, and it's so stupid because they're so tiny.
Yeah,
it looks like somebody like, those big ass red firecrackers with the little fuse on them, the supersized M80s.
Yeah,
that's about the size of the explosion.
It's like they just like threw it in the air. I was like, okay, action.
Yeah, but they just get those little throw snaps and they toss them down. It's just like, oh god, why?
But they put the microphone so close to it. That's the power of editing.
That's the power of Oxybreen.
Yeah.
But anyway, just fucking so dumb, dude. The way he does that stupid walk off in slow motion as the explosions are happening, and I'm just like, bro, this is not a Michael Bay film. Anyway, so all this happens. He frees all these people. He fucking disappears at the Rock again. And we figure out why he's been seeing this fucking tiger. Because Amanda has a fucking tiger back tattoo. And then the kids are like, we have to get the professor. Why? It doesn't fucking matter.
They found the spot. They're like cats in the middle of a desert. They just follow this red laser pointer in the desert.
Yeah, dude.
I found it. We should get the professor. And one of the kids' dad drops all of them off. The dad doesn't even question anything. He just does as he asks.
Yeah, the kids they get out and, Dad, are you coming too? No, I'm gonna take a nap. All right, Dad. And you know what? As dads, we feel that shit.
Yeah. It's hot as shit in the desert. Why would we want to go out there?
And I'll tell you how much dads we are. When the kids fucking leave with the professor, not with Marianne, but just the professor.
Yeah.
And they go, the dad doesn't even tell the kids to shut the goddamn sliding door on the minivan. I'm gonna be like, bro, air conditioning. He's letting it out of the vehicle. Shut the damn door.
Well, he had his window down.
That's just true.
But yeah, they're rolling by and literally rolling by. And the kids in the beginning of the movie kept running into Neil's character and like, oh, it's just some homeless guy. Don't worry about him. In the middle of a fucking desert, the boy comes across Neil again. It's like, oh, wait, you're the whatever they call him. The entity, the thing, the Neil, the something.
You're the god. Are you the goddess?
The goddess is everyone.
The goddess is a Breen. Is all Breens.
Every Breen.
Every Breen.
Neil before the Breen.
Exactly. But yeah, so they find him, and it made me laugh because he's like, take this. Then everybody will know you're telling the truth and they'll believe you. And he just dumps these silver shards of whatever the fuck into this kid's hand.
Man, he has this obsession with rocks. I don't get why he's so obsessed with stones. Because almost in every film, he has some kind of affiliation with a rock. Double Down, he had that fucking gold fake nugget.
Yep.
In Fateful Findings, he had that bag of fucking gems.
Yep. And in this one, he had the...
Yeah. Along with the little shimmers.
Yeah, he had the hope rock.
And in the new movie, the next movie we're talking about, that's another one. But yeah, he has this weird fascination with stones, which, I mean, if you're into that stuff, cool. But the way he's introducing these it doesn't make sense.
I just thought about like a funny thing. It's kind of like Hank in Breaking Bad. They're minerals, Marie. Instead of rocks. He's just like correcting everybody. He's going to come on. Everybody is talking about these mythical rocks in my movies. They are minerals. You know, yeah, whatever, dude. They're fucking
I am
rocks.
the one who rocks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck. But yeah, dude, that happens. And then we get this other thing where somehow Kim has disappeared. And Amanda's like, we have to find her. We have to find her. Like she says this like 100 times. Somehow they wander into a cave that is connected to all these fucking rocks that Neil has been walking by throughout this entire film.
And it's just the most boring part of the movie.
It really is. The only part that made this even fucking watchable was the fact that you come across the vest with the medals on them from Double Down just hanging neatly in just some portion of the cave.
And it happens to belong to some guy who just hates being around people. But yet he's so willing to talk to Kim. Just casually. It's like, yeah, I make these shadows like a ghost to scare people off because I just don't like being around people, but I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah, cool.
Because you're a woman.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah. And it looks like he had a fucking long ass like spine, but it was actually like a tube that he was making like sound effects with and shit. But anyway, Amanda and Neil find Kim and we're freaking the fuck out. Like, what are you doing here? We're just playing.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
What? You're a grown-ass woman. Why are you saying you're playing with this dude?
Exactly. But anyway, they leave this cave, and somehow Amanda's ex-husband has been stalking them this whole fucking time.
We had no idea until now.
Yeah, and then he shoots and kills Amanda and Kim. Then he kills himself, and then Neil resurrects Amanda and Kim and walks off with them.
And Amanda's like tripping out. It's like, oh, that's why your name's Till. It's light spelled backwards.
Oh.
It's like, oh my God, this is some dumbass dialogue.
Neil walks away through a whole pile of bodies strewn about this entire desert with this green purpley shit in the sky. And it's just the same pile of people like copied and pasted into this shot over and over and over. I swear to God, I saw the same fucking cardigan at least 95 times.
But yeah, he's walking away into the distance and you get at least like 4 different shots of his face as he's progressing forward with the Aurora Borealis in the sky, burning all these bodies.
It's just whatever.
And it's like the cleansing is happening.
That's fucking Pass Thru. What the fuck, dude?
We try to pass through this film as fucking quickly as possible because we had to put it on 1.5 speed.
Yeah, we did that last time.
I mean, you kind of had to at one point because I made this point while we're watching the second film tonight. It seems appropriate to speed up the film itself because it actually seems like it makes sense that rather being so damn dragged out and slow.
Yeah, I can see that.
Still have more Neil to come.
Just hopefully not on anything or near us. But I believe there is a breaking news story.
Let's listen in and see what's going on.
All right.
Must be important.
Turn the TV on.
Oh, hold on.
This just in, a breaking news story.
The hosts of the Eat Crime podcast, Caitlin and Amy, have gone missing. Whereabouts unknown.
If you or your loved ones or any friends of yours have any information regarding the disappearance of these two hosts, follow them at Eat Crime on Twitter and subscribe to them anywhere you listen to podcasts. Or else.
Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm Caitlin, and we're the hosts of
Eat Crime, a podcast full of delicious mysteries.
You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Eat Crime, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Here's a little bit of what you'll hear in our episodes.
So, the stars of this story are Dante and Dante Hall.
This is why you should keep a diary. Dear diary, today my husband told me he likes men.
Yeah.
And that's
I'm
okay.
cool with it. When was salad invented? Salad was invented in 1924.
That's a fun date.
September 6th, 2006. I'll be murder girl.
Wait,
No, I don't like that.
All right. Thanks
Thank
for
you so
listening.
much for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
I hope they're found.
We all do.
We'll put links in the show notes below, since, those bastards that were running the news report didn't even bother. Fucking idiots.
They were some handsome looking dudes, but damn, yeah, they weren't very intelligent.
No, not at all.
Not very informative either.
Nope. Why is that so familiar?
I don't know.
What a twisted pair those two are.
Speaking of,
Oh, yes, that's right. Twisted Pair with Neil Breen and Neil Breen and Neil Breen's fake beard and mustache. Fucking goddamn it, dude. This pile of fucking movie. I would say pile of shit, but it doesn't even qualify as shit. None of these movies really qualify as shit. They are just a pile of something. This movie is about twins that are AI, go figure, artificial intelligence, and their missions are to rid the world of the bad and save the good. I mean, Cody, have we watched this movie already? I swear, I think we have.
I don't think so, Richie. Oh my God, this is like a new experience for us every time.
Oh, we should talk about Twisted Pair and just, see what the fuck is going on with this shit.
Yeah, because it seems like a totally original film.
It's definitely original.
Oh man, Neil Breen's a genius. Oh, I'm sorry, a brainius.
Oh.
But yeah, they're altered humanoids that take care of the corruption in the universe, mostly on Earth, because there's no corruption anywhere else. And apparently, Kale, the other brother, fails his missions more frequently than need be. So this Zordon-looking bastard strips him of all his abilities, his powers, and Cade is the one who becomes the successor and the stronger version of the two. They eventually split off and do their own little thing. Cade is apparently obsessed with biology and technology and medical facts and all this other like government type stuff, where he somehow is superimposed in medical videos and these like science like research facilities studying the human anatomy or this new technology and all this other stupid shit, which most of this film is superimposed.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stock footage and decides to just put himself in them. Shitty, we may add, because it'd be like if Neil Breen just took his green screen and plopped himself in that part of the Avengers where Iron Man and the Hulk, well, Bruce Banner, are like, doing that thing with the touchscreen where they're throwing this stuff off with their fingers and they're touching him. That's what this shit looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And Neil is just standing in like a doctor's coat with the little stethoscope over his neck. Like, dude, you don't need that shit if you're working in the science lab right there. It looked so hilarious though.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, this movie's a ton of chains of events, and I guess we'll just go through some of the best parts of this one too, because frankly, the story is that there is a plot to use biological warfare from some dude named Kuz, and Cade is assigned by his superior to take a mission to stop it, which we fucking laughed our ass off, because he finishes this one mission that he's opening up the movie with or whatever. because he fucking leaps into this building and he leads this army through this building that is constantly fucking exploding, but it doesn't actually blow the fuck up for real until he leaves. It's all the like little CG explosions and shit.
Yeah, the video of the army guys paused, and you see Neil walking into the door, superimposed. No, let me go first. I will protect you. And he walks in front of them, quote, and the video plays, and you see these army dudes just literally doing what they normally do.
They get through the building, and he gets to the fucking window, and he freeze frames a shot of himself looking like he's jumping, and then it's like if you took the pointer of a mouse and clicked and dragged him off screen, and that's how he jumps down, and then just fucking explosion. The whole building blows up.
It reminded me when I was in middle school playing that Spider-Man comic book maker on my computer. You literally like hold and drag the characters and they just like go across the screen. And that's pretty much what this was.
Oh, you know what would have been really funny is if it was just like the Nintendo Wii when you pick the character, you pick your Wii Me up and yeah, and they're just like they're flailing their arms and shit.
Yeah, that's how Neil flies.
Yes. He jumps out of the fucking building and then he immediately goes for like this second mission or whatever. And we were laughing because he's just taking his jacket off. He's taking his guns out. And the lady director is just kind of like, you should take a vacation. Vacations can be refreshing.
Yeah, she's literally trying to sell him on a vacation. And then her next line is, are you ready for your next mission?
It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Wow, you suck at sales, lady.
Damn it.
I was really getting into the idea of taking a vacation. Now you just ruined it.
He's probably one of those people that just can't say no. You know what I mean? So she's like, yeah, you want to take a vacation? He's probably sitting there. He's just like, yeah, I've made 4 theatrically released films. A vacation does sound nice right now. Are you ready for your next mission? Fuck.
I should have said yes earlier.
He's tasked with bringing this dude named Kuz down because he's going to use biological warfare and all this other crap. And that's pretty much this fucking movie. Let's talk about his relationship with his girlfriend / wife / whatever the fuck she is.
We get this feeling that he's stalking her, and he automatically runs into her outside in front of this homeless person, knocks the paper and stuff out of her hands, and he's literally struggling to get this girl to go out with him. Like just saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you. We'll go out on a date. We'll go to dinner. And she's like, no, I got stuff to do.
But I'll buy you a drink.
No, I got stuff to do.
Oh, we'll meet around here at 8 o'clock.
No, fuck you.
No, we'll meet here at 8.
No, fuck you.
And he looks down at the homeless guy. I bet she shows up at 8. Like, just what?
Making a bet with some dude who has no relevance to this movie at all.
No fucking lack of confidence. She'll show back up. She'll be here. They all come back at 8.
The next part of this is she's going home at 8. Neil's character, Cade, is like, hey, wait a minute. She's not meeting up with me. I'm going to see where she's going. Breaks into her house.
Yeah, he just walks in. No questions asked.
Proceeds to, do these shadow puppets in the background while she's chopping the cutting board. She's not even making anything relevant or good. She's just like...
How can she see what the fuck she's doing? It's so dark in that kitchen.
In a corner of the kitchen, underneath the cabinets, that little part of the space is just... You see shadows floating by 2 or 3 times before she realizes, oh shit, something's in the house.
Right? Then he shows up and he's just like, you can't run now. She runs to the couch.
And they have this cuddle struggle.
Yeah, what makes me laugh is she picks this fucking picture and she just right over his fucking head.
No, we need to talk about the audio in this part.
That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
She crashes it and he's still holding her and he's just like, you're not going anywhere.
You keep hearing pre-recorded audio being thrown into the scene because you don't see their mouths moving hardly at all. Every now and then you hear Neil go, bitch.
Yeah, this is exactly how it is. He's close up and then he's there's room ambience and shit. He's just, you can't get away from me. I have you now. Bitch. Get over here.
Get over here.
Bitch.
Oh, I forgot about his Scorpion reference. Okay.
Yeah, because get over here.
Bitch. But yeah, it was role-playing of this breaking and entering power struggle.
Yeah, because they eventually calm down, and then he's just like, what's for dinner? Your favorite. Mom called today, by the way. Tell her hi.
Bitch. Yeah, we get these awkward cuddling and kissing scenes.
And then it goes from that to what Kale has been doing. And Neil Breen does play both of the twins in this movie. Cade is clean shaven like Neil is in real life, but Kale looks like the fucker right in the pussy guy. So he goes in his building and he grabs these 3 businessmen. And these 3 businessmen become his 3 business bitches in his fucking little basement.
What we get next is pornographic audio if you're not paying attention. Because I was distracted slightly for a couple minutes. And yeah, you keep hearing these awful moaning noises. What makes it worse is it looks like from the point of view of these people, the camera was like from the neck up. They look like they're getting blown off by Neil's character, Kale, at the exact same time.
I can't do that anymore. God damn it. Yeah, it's just... and then he just walks in. He's like, you're gonna pay. And he just shoots them in the arm each. Okay.
Yeah, no bullet wound or nothing. It's just, oh, my shoulder. Ow.
I really wish he would have gotten cap guns. You know what I'm talking about? The little orange tips on there. That would have been even funnier.
But what was funny about this, too, was while he's shooting these guys in the arm, they're like exploiting themselves immediately. Oh, all those bad business deals, all those smuggling, the money laundering, all this.
They're paying off the politicians.
Yeah, they're outing themselves the entire time while this is happening. Just like who even in a stressful situation like this will out themselves that quickly?
The only crime committed, it was that fucking middle dude's terrible taped on mustache.
There was one scene further on in this movie where he goes back to torture him. And he's like, you have more days ahead of you. He shoots home dude in the dick on the right. He bashes middle guy in the fucking head 3 times with the butt of his gun. He pistol whips him. And I thought he was going to like rip the mustache off his face like, that's your torture.
That would have been fucking hilarious, dude.
And he shoots the other guy on the left in the dick too. And they're just like, I would be more mortified if I got shot in the fucking dick.
Fucking shoots him.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
That's kinky.
Right.
Kale's point of view from his life, he has this gloomy little like 1-bedroom apartment with this bitch ass girlfriend who is demanding money and drugs and all this other shit while fucking chugging a bottle of grain alcohol of some variety we don't know. And she's like, no, I'm done with you. We get like the most just mindless abuse scene ever.
Yeah, because it's literally the like, and he just raises his hand up, barely smacks her. She barely smacks him. It's so dumb.
And he grabs her like by the arms and he's like, I'm done with you. And she's like, no, I'm done with you. And throws her like so casually and she like slinks into the floor. Richie here made this clip with the Mario pipes like noise going down.
God damn it.
So she's like, I'm done with you, throws her and goes, pew, pew, pew.
I swear to God, dude, she just gets swallowed up by the nothing. Because she goes down face first, stomach first, and her feet are like, wee, and she...
Basically like Super Mario World when he tosses Yoshi.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing when he kicks Yoshi into the abyss as he gets to the next stage.
Nope. And Neil is just, or I'm sorry, Kale is looking on just with traumatic stress, like just trauma in his face, like, oh God, I literally just tossed her into that pipe.
Dude, I had to laugh my ass off at this shit right here. So they're launching investigations into these 3 missing people. While this is going on, Cade and his girlfriend go to dinner. And there's a lot of on-location shoots at night. Like we mentioned the last episode we did of this, one of the films was shot completely at night. This is the one that was shot completely at night. So I'm assuming that Neil had some sort of access to like this college campus that he could shoot on and like some classrooms or whatever. Because he actually filmed inside some of these buildings and shit. Well, they're outside. And it's just the same sidewalk in, which he bumped into her earlier and talked to the homeless dude. There's all these like tables. And it just made me laugh because he's just like, I reserved the entire restaurant. Bro, it's a fucking campus cafeteria.
If you have that kind of pull, you're not that important.
I love though. He's just like, isn't it wonderful? And she's just like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, fucking shoot me now.
Like the organizer of that restaurant's like, you know what? These kids don't really eat here, so it doesn't fucking matter.
He probably like went in there and fucking hit the guy in the face and like took over the whole thing. He's like, I reserved this entire restaurant. And he like threw the homeless dude like $1 in his cup and he's like, go hide the body.
Yeah.
He's like, go fucking hide the body. He just drag it away.
I will put you in my movie. Oh. That was the transaction.
Right. Yeah. Then somehow Cade sees Kale just out of nowhere. No, not the salad Kale, but his brother Kale.
We're still on the topic from the E-Crime where they're like, salad was invented in 19 something.
Well, this is the human salad right here, Kale. Yeah. And
the salad shooter.
Yes, exactly. He is the salad shooter. But yeah, so Mr. Fucker right in the pussy is just talking to him, and it's just a super shitty imposing in shot where Neil is talking to himself, and it's very obviously like, you know, him just delivering his dialogue by himself, and then he superimposes himself over that footage. It's so bad.
Like, they're at the 3/4 angle, like, not even looking at each other, and Cade is asking Kale questions, but this is kind of difficult to, like, talk, because it's really, like, I want to say Neil is talking to Neil, but, oh, whatever. He's asking him, like, you know, what are you doing? You know, why are you doing this? And before Kale can even answer, it goes to Cade's face, then back to Kale, and then he's like, because I have nothing left. Almost like it was taken from me.
Who am I? What am I?
How am I?
Yeah, how am I?
And we get this really awkward connection, basically, where Cade, like, puts his arm around himself.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm sorry. You know, he's just trying to, like, be there for his brother.
Like the comforting. And it's like a freeze frame of that scene. And I said this while we're watching all his movies. Neil Breen has this face of like, he has no interest in anything whatsoever at all. Everything he's doing, he has just no emotion. Like, he'll yell and scream and smile, but he has no fucks to give.
And his face is always very stoic. I guess for some of this shit, it looks good, but there's no reason to make this face when you're trying to convey this emotion.
I'm just not easily convinced, Neil. You have to do better than that.
Right. And then after this, he gets the second part of his mission, where he's supposed to pose as this art dealer, and he goes to meet up with
Coos.
Yeah, that scene. Oh my god.
I don't know what this was. If this was like an acid trip or a normal Neil Breen experience, I think there's no difference. But Coos likes to fondle diamonds.
He probably pretends those are his diamonds.
His rocks. He's getting his rocks off.
Exactly.
And like I said earlier, Neil Breen has obsession with rocks or minerals or some kind of stone. And that's the focus.
His favorite song is Like a Stone by Audioslave.
His favorite band is the Rolling Stones.
That's right. He likes rock music.
Rock and roll.
Exactly.
But anyway, so Coos is like fondling these diamonds on this one shot. He's constantly being shown with a cell phone on his ear. His voice is like deepened to the point where it's something you suck in that air. I can't remember the name, but it's like a sulfur hexafide or something like that. And it deepens his voice. It's audio difference, basically. But it's like that, like that kind of shit.
My voice is so fucking deep and you're just gonna have to deal with it.
But yeah, Cade walks up to Coos, not before we see this magical fairy girl just come into play, and then she transports to Coos in the same shot.
How funny would it have been if, like, she pops up into the shot just as Cade is rolling up and she just looks at him, she just turns and she goes,
would you like some wine?
What was the line right there? Because there's this part where you would rewind it back and forth. Like, you rewound it a couple times and watched it again.
I found this clip on YouTube and I had to replay it half speed because it's so fucking hilarious just how dumbfounded they sound. Because Coos is even more slower than normal. He's like,
are you interested in my deal?
Yeah, because Neil, after that, just looks and...
Yes, I'm interested.
oh man, y'all have to watch that scene in slow motion. It's so fucking stupid. But yeah, he goes in as like a double agent, basically. Tries to infiltrate Coos' operations to take him down, which, whoop-de-doo, that's pretty much, he's taking down the baddies.
I love that fucking line where he's all like, I can do this all by myself. I don't need an army. I don't need a weapon. I am the weapon.
Guys, I literally called him Geriatric Terminator because in every scene that he superimposed with like this massive explosion going on or this firefight happening, he looked like he just crapped his pants.
He's got that like stick up his ass businessman walk.
I forgot to mention the very beginning where he's on the airplane. He's like superimposed on the jet. He sits down and clearly this woman is a part of the image. She walks up and she's like the stewardess and Neil is facing literally the other direction, not even looking at her. And he's just smiling.
It looks like he's about to do one of those like fourth wall breaks where he just looks directly at you like,
oh yeah, legs. But
my legs.
Nope.
My legs.
But yeah, we get more introduction to Kale and his, I guess, blood sweatshop of the fucking bad people that he's taken over. I don't know.
How the fuck are they still alive?
Yeah, it's like 3 days and he's like, yep, there's more to come. And we get more shots of him and his girl just all fucked up. They're apparently fine at one point. They were like snorting crack.
Yeah, I mean, because that makes everything better.
Yeah.
Let's kind of get through. We're almost at the end, dude.
Yep. Surprising.
Yeah, no shit. Like a bunch of nothing, and then like everything fucking happens.
Yeah.
Neil has said he's gonna put a stop to this shit 3 times. He's blown the same fucking building up twice now, and he's blown up this fucking like refinery somewhere.
This dude like Spider-Man like ups into the fucking pipes, blowing shit up.
And then Superman's that hoe downward and then lands in Spider-Man position.
This man, y'all, he's walking in his one room. He plants his bomb one section of the room. He trips on his own self.
He fucking does, and he left it in the shot.
He biffs it, and he walks away again and just... He rehashes the same fucking footage over and over again, but like a different, like he either like mirror imposes it or he zooms in of the same area that he shot in the first time. But yeah, he like clicks himself down to the fucking floor, which makes no fucking sense. He comes from the left side of the refinery, goes up to the top, and then goes back down to the same spot he was just at, and everything blows up. I'm like, what did you even do? But yeah, he blows up this refinery where Kuz is creating this bioterroristic engineered liquid goo of madness, wherever you want to call it. Just create your own fucking title here, folks.
Yeah, exactly.
And he finally stops that happening. We've come to find out homegirl that is dating Cade is actually in on this whole shit the entire time by trading off, I guess, his drugs.
Yeah, she's paying all the people off.
And Cade's just like, I won't believe it. I can't believe it. And then it snapshots to fucking his boss, just like a brief second with her on the phone, not saying anything. And he's like, no, I won't believe it.
No, that is not true. But it is true, Mr. Breen, because guess what? You're going to have to go kill your fucking girlfriend now.
We have all this useless footage back and forth going on. More kale footage. It's like I want to just throw like essence of kale, like just a green leafy vegetable in this essence of kale.
It's a Breen salad. Can we talk about the fact, I don't know why this shot was even in the movie, that same fairy girl at one point is in a theater with Pass Thru's ending playing on the screen. The fuck, dude?
I literally made this comment watching because he walks in on a classroom that was completely emptied out. He sits by himself and this movie pops on or something pops on and I'm like, this is a Neil Breen screening right here.
Yeah, he's just by himself. These are all the Neil Breen screenings that happen. Just one person in the audience.
But yeah, he does the Derek Savage shit and he like advertises his own stuff in his own movie.
Yep.
Just why?
And then he apologizes to Kelly. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm with you. And then you see the 3 basement dudes again, and then you just hear Kale, rot and die. Justice is served. Fuck him right in the pussy.
It's like a fog of war behind the 3 of them, and it's all these other guys that he's captured, which is literally the same shit that he pulled and passed through at the end, where he just copies and pastes the same fucking dudes in the back. And you would think like the cops that are investigating this shit be like, oh my god, there's like 20 bodies in here. No, it's just the same 3 fucking people.
David, Why are there 20 of you?
Oh.
Oh.
It's like, David, get David, and David, and David. John. Get John, and John, and John.
Jim.
Jim's back.
How could you have done this? How could you committed suicide?
6 times.
I cannot believe you've done this.
6 times.
After all we've been through. 6 times. I cannot pull you out of this one, Jim. 6 times.
Well, I'm pulling you down from this.
Yeah, I cannot pull you down from this, Jim.
Now, there is this one shot, which was probably the only good redeeming quality about this fucking shit, was behind Kale. They had this like pan up behind him down this hallway, and it looked pretty cool. Like, it looked like part of like a music video or something.
Yeah, and there's a part of me that feels like that was stock footage just because it looked too clean. Like, compared to the rest of the production, it looked way too clean, and it was shot during the day.
Yeah.
So I think
This can't be Neil Breen.
No, and I really believe this is the thing. When Neil uses any type of stock footage that may or may not be used, he has got to be modeling like wardrobe after some of this shit. Because, I mean, think about the fact that he had Kale in a hoodie, same color hoodie. So Cade walks off into this purple haze that he appears in the beginning of the film. And then he imagines Alana, which is his girlfriend or whatever, with him. She disappears because obviously he's, just, oh, I'll always love you. You'll always be with me, blah, blah, blah.
We forgot about the Blues Brothers.
Okay, thank you, because that's a thing. When he was going into the building for the umpteenth fucking time, when he was just like, I have to end this, he goes upstairs and there's like this room of these people sitting with virtual reality like headsets on. He walks past them and they all one at a time get up and follow him, but they all are dressed up in suits with shades and fedoras. And then he goes upstairs and there's this orange bench with all 4 of these people sitting there looking like a bunch of Blues Brothers rejects. And I'm just sitting there watching and I was like, look, Cody looks at me and I look over and I was like, well, we found the Blues Brothers.
The B list.
Yeah. The Bees Brothers.
Yeah. It's like basically they're auditioning for the Blues Brothers. They're waiting for theirs.
Right. And then they see Neil Breen and they're just like, oh, fuck.
He's going to be in this? No. Wrong audition.
The Breens brothers. God damn it.
But he meets up with, I don't know who this guy was, but he was like a fatter, older version of Coos. I mean, it might have been Coos, but I don't know. It's like the same entity almost. And Breen's like, no, you will not corrupt us. You will not control us. He was pointing at the little table in front of him while arguing with this person in front of him. All of them disappear, and Cade walks up the stairs again to the same 4 or 5 Blues Brothers and just takes off out of the building. And I'm just, what was the point of that? He wanted to confront something about his past or who he is or whatever the fuck. And I'm just like, I have no idea for this whole fucking scene. But anyway, so yeah, we continue on. And he's having these flashbacks to Lana and stuff like that. We get to where he confronts Lana at home. And he's just like recalling all the good memories that they have together. And she pulls a fucking gun on him. In the front of his pocket, he's like, or his pants, he's pulling out a gun. And she's like, Cade. And he like turns around this unenthused, like uninterested, like turn like, yep. They shoot each other. He acts like he's hurt, which we know he's geriatric Terminator. He ain't gonna die. And he's just like, Lana, I'm here.
I was just waiting for him to like, maybe stub his toe again to get some feeling into this scene.
I mean, you would have to at this point. Like, you would have the actress who played Lana, like, kick him in the fucking toe, like, ah!
God
Off
it.
camera.
Is it safe to say that his acting at least was better in Double Down for that part?
Yeah.
Okay, we can agree on that one then.
That was quintessential Breening.
Yeah. But yeah, so he's killed her by this point as he's, walking into this fucking purple mist or whatever the fucking. We basically get a text on the screen that was like, oh, Cade will return. Because Neil has absolutely said he's going to do a sequel to this.
When? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I mean, that's essentially Twisted Pair.
There's really no explanation for these films. Hardly an explanation for Twisted Pair.
Of these two.
Of these two train wrecks.
Like, okay, so on one hand, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I do have to give Neil some fucking credit for the story aspect of Twisted Pair. That's kind of a cool concept. The fact that he's done the AI shit before. Oh, we forgot to mention the fact that he was like AI intelligence. He kept saying AI intelligence, so artificial intelligence intelligence.
Yep.
But he's done I Am Here Now essentially twice. And he just made the dude like a heroin addict and Pass Thru. But like, I don't know, dude. Twisted Pair had better writing. But which of these two was more like entertaining?
I have to say Pass Thru was just more entertaining on a unintelligent level.
Like like this, why are we watching this? Or like, why is this happening? What the fuck is happening?
Like, the CG, like, and superimposing crap in Twisted Pair just, it bothered me too much. Like, it was stupid, but it was just, why did you do this?
Do you feel like it took itself a little too seriously?
Yeah. Like, he tried to make this seem like it was a very, like, serious film, and it really was not at all.
I feel like between these two, as decent as he tried to make Twisted Pair, I really have to go with Pass Thru on this one. So, Pass Thru wins this one. So now, the moment most of you probably have been waiting for, does Double Down or Pass Thru? Which one of these two actually fucking wins? Because, like, whoever wins this gets the participation trophy of being second best to Fateful Findings. Because we all know that there's no Breen film that will ever surpass Fateful Findings. I'm sorry.
Yes, that is true.
That was just the most perfect example of lightning in a bottle.
Double Down versus Pass Thru. On one hand, we have this all-powerful being who can manipulate everything government-based, from a fucking car, eating tuna, while fondling a gold nugget, thinking he's superpowered. On the other hand, we have a drug-addicted AI that wants to kill almost all of humanity. Which, by the way, he's fucking Neil Breen Thanos in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Because every time he goes around anybody, they just disappear. Like, he doesn't even snap. They just go away. So, which film had more of the Super Media Brothers entertainment value?
I gotta be honest, I think that one goes to Double Down. Not by very much. And the reason I say that is because I feel like there were a lot of variables in that movie where we were just like, are you fucking kidding? The laptops, dude. The tuna cans. The fucking satellite dishes.
Both of them.
I don't know, dude. Double Down. It was his first movie.
Okay. I will give it the Double Down for the chauffeur scene.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that shit was ridiculous, dude. There was a little bit of comedy in there. Think about it.
I got the wrong one. Damn it. We're not married anymore.
Get out. Get out of the car. This marriage is over.
This marriage is over. There's your husband.
Meet your husband. Because look, I feel like I Am Here Now failed miserably, and then he tried so hard with Pass Thru. I don't know, dude. Double Down just add that essence to it. It just has that Breen feel. You know what I mean? Like that is absolutely.
It was more believable, I guess.
Yeah.
Breenable.
Exactly. So yeah, absolutely. I feel like Double Down should absolutely walk away with the participation trophy of being second to Fateful Findings. So in this case. Now it's kind of like a ranking of the Breen films where obviously 1 is Fateful Findings, 2 is Double Down. Where do 3, 4, and 5 stack up? I feel like it's going to obviously...
I Am Here Now is 5.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. So...
Pass Thru and then Twisted Pair would be 3 and 4.
Yeah, but considering Pass Thru beat it out. So, yeah. Cool.
There's your top 5. Or your ranking, I should say. Not top 5 because there's only 5.
Yeah. We may be scarred for life after this one. But hey, at least we're going to be moving on to other things.
We're finally passing through this.
We hope you guys enjoyed that shit, especially if you are a fan of Neil Breen's work. Hopefully we didn't destroy the man too hard, because at the end of the day, as much as we may like rip on some of these movies and shit on, we do appreciate some of these for what they are. And this is without a doubt, I'll be honest. The first time we talked about Neil, he fucking blocked us on social media 2 years ago when we talked about Fateful Findings. And I know this is going to sound really stupid, but bucket list.
Yep.
We pissed off Neil Breen enough to fucking block us on social media. Like,
now we're trying to get Derek Savage to threaten us with a lawsuit.
God.
That hasn't happened yet.
No, dude's dumb.
Yeah.
But Breen, I appreciate the fuck out of the dude's films, because shit. But yeah, it's just funny that he was just so pissed off about, I don't know if he was pissed about what we fucking said. I feel like we said some pretty rough shit about that movie. He probably blocked us based on that, but
he's probably getting tired of hearing that same shit over and over again.
Probably so. That's it for the Neil-imination Tournament. We don't have a physical trophy to give. What would the trophy look like? Would it be a tuna can? Like a golden tuna can?
It'd be some kind of rock.
Just a piece of fool's gold.
Yeah. Like a aluminum foil like ball
It's a fool's gold that looks like a rock salt lamp.
with a red dot in the middle.
Yes. Check us out on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We actually have some new merch, considering you fuckers don't want to buy a t-shirt. We realized it may be too hot for sleeves. So now you can get cool twice. Once by having our logo on something, and then the second with no sleeves. There are tank tops in our fucking merch store now, so go check that shit out.
Yeah, we're not punishing y'all with sleeves.
No. And for those of you that would like to protect your face, protect your mouth, protect your nose with the Super Media Bros, we got face masks, y'all.
But say whether you're protecting yourself or going to a rave eventually, because you
True.
can wear that at a fucking EDM concert.
Hell yeah.
So
$10 for the mask, $14 for the tank top, and $18 for the t-shirt. These are at the lowest possible prices we can sell them at, so it's a great price. Go get it. What else is there? Patreon.
Oh yeah, we got some content coming up.
We actually discussed the content we want to do this month for Patreon, so just be on the lookout for that. If you want to donate to the We're Off tier, which is $5, it'll get you some content and some swag. We got some new coasters coming in, some new drink coasters with our logo on them, so we'll send out drink coasters, button, magnet, and a sticker.
Yeah, make us wet with your drinks.
Make us wet with your drinks. Coffee.com.
Yeah.
If you just want to donate and don't want shit from us, and you just want to do it once without an obligation to do it monthly,
Basically just go, I feel sorry for you too.
Yeah.
Here's some coffee, now fuck off.
your coffee.
That hard, like not ground bean coffee.
YouTube. Check us out on YouTube.
Put us on your big screen.
I swear we're going to actually do some content on there with video. We're just waiting on the equipment to come in. Everything has been back ordered like a motherfucker, so please be patient. We promise there's going to be some cool stuff up there.
Technical difficulties.
You want to roll the fuck out this bitch?
Let's rock.
And roll.
You didn't do the punch.
I'm sorry. There it was. Cool. That was Cult Cinema Showdown 52. Pass Thru versus Twisted Pair. Until next time, I've been Midnight Agent Raw.
And I'm Okame.
Rocks on.
We're twisted.
Oh!